So what goes perfectly with a hot cup of tea or coffee? Donuts. Today we're making easy baked donuts. These are gluten-free baked donuts, and I'm so excited. Hi there, I'm Nikki Sizemore. Welcome to my kitchen and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy that you're here. Today we're making gluten-free baked donuts. This is the easiest donut batter you'll ever make. There's no yeast, there's no rising times, there's no deep frying. It's just a really quick and simple batter. It comes together in minutes, and the result is a fluffy, tender, gluten-free cake donut. Be sure to stick around until the end because I'm gonna show you how to make cinnamon sugar donuts and glazed donuts. And as always, don't forget to drop your questions below, and you can tag me on Instagram at FromScratchFast. All right, let's get started on the dry ingredients. We have 1 cup of gluten-free flour. I've included my favorite in the description notes below. Whatever flour blend you use, just make sure it contains xanthan gum. We have a 1/2 cup of almond flour, and this is really important. It's gonna give the donuts a much more tender and moist texture. We have some baking powder, some fine sea salt, and then a little bit of cinnamon and cardamom. These aren't gonna be overpowering or anything in the donuts, but they do lend that little warmth. Give this a whisk. And then sometimes when you buy almond flour, it can be really clumpy. And if that's the case, you can just get in there with your fingers and make sure it's nice and loose. All right, that's it for the dry ingredients. Now for the wet ingredients, we need 3 eggs. This is a great tip. If you ever get a little piece of eggshell in your eggs like I just did, the eggshell is the best way to get it out. So you just scoop it in there and it'll pop right out. All right, we've got our eggs, we've got our sugar. Now we have full fat Greek yogurt. It's really important that you get full fat here because there's no other oil, there's no butter in this dough, and it's gonna make the cake nice and tender. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Whisk this together. This is my favorite kind of batter to make. You just need 2 bowls, you need a whisk, nothing special. All right, that's nice and smooth. This is looking beautiful. Let me just grab my donut pans. So I have 2 6-cavity donut pans. These are really inexpensive and they're really fun to have to make donuts at home without having to fry them. Now I'm just gonna spoon the batter into the donut cavities, but you could also put the batter in a piping bag and just pipe it in. And you wanna fill them up about 1/2 to 3/4 of the way full. You don't wanna fill them too high. You don't wanna cover this part, otherwise they won't have a hole. And then I like to just go around and use my finger and just kind of even out the dough. Kind of fun. Pop these in the oven. They only need about 15 minutes. Bake the donuts until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean, and then let them cool for a couple of minutes in the tins. The donuts are so cute. You want to let them cool completely. And we're gonna first make cinnamon sugar donuts. So I've got a bunch of sugar here. This is organic cane sugar, but you could use regular granulated sugar and cinnamon. We'll whisk this together. And then what we're gonna do is brush the donuts with some apple cider. And this is going to help the cinnamon sugar to stick, as well as provide a touch of that apple cider flavor. I love apple cider donuts. We have a farm stand down the road called Vera's that makes the best apple cider donuts, but I haven't been able to eat them in over a decade because I can't eat gluten. Now I make my own. And then we're gonna dunk them in that cinnamon sugar mixture, shake them off, and transfer them to the rack. These look so good. I can't wait to dive in, but first let's make a really quick and easy glaze for the rest of the donuts. This looks like the perfect texture. You can see it's really thick and luscious, but it still drizzles. I'm gonna take those donuts and just swirl the top of them in the glaze. This part gets me really excited. You can pop the little hole in the center if you need to. You wanna be sure to let these cool completely. That glaze will harden up as it sits. I don't think you're quite as excited as I am, but I'm very excited. I'm gonna go for cinnamon sugar. Oh God. I've got sugar all over my face. They are so tender, so fluffy, and that crunchy cinnamon sugar coating, so good. I think I have to try a maple one too, just for quality control. They're not dry yet. I should be more patient, but I'm not, so let's see. Oh my God. I don't know which one I like better. You guys have to make them. Let me know. Is it cinnamon sugar? Is it the maple glaze? It's up to you. I hope you give these gluten-free baked donuts a try. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop your comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.